We got a Molsect knife we're going to be looking at here together. This one looks like a sweet one. We have the model number right there. It's called the 808Decay. Very interesting name there. S9EV steel, 60 to 61 HRC. Kudos to Molsect for putting this on the box. Not a lot of companies do that, so I'm very appreciative of, you know, the HRC info on the box. We got a zipper pouch with the Molsect logo there. We have a wiping cloth, and then we have some additional hardware as well. Right, that's pretty much everything there. So let's take a look. Multiple different pockets here, and even a Velcro section on the Molsect zipper pouch. Bada bing, bada boom, some silica candy, and then here is the knife, ladies and gentlemen. Holy macaroni! Let's take a look at this thing, because I don't know if I'm seeing some DLC, I'm seeing some shine, I'm seeing some good stuff. I'm getting excited just looking at it. Oh yeah, there you go. It is absolutely black DLC coating. Oh man, that is gonna be sweet, guys. Check it out. We're gonna give it a little bit of a wipe here, just to kind of have it, you know, look its best, what have you. So titanium with DLC on the handles, right? Kind of looking very, very hot right there. Digging that. We got a titanium backspacer, also with DLC. Clean lanyard solution back there for my lanyard people. Titanium pocket clip, of course, and pocket clip now reversible. I mean, on a premium knife like this, right, it's hard to, I guess, you know, I understand why they wouldn't have done a pocket clip, even though they could have done an insert right there. But sometimes I want to preserve the show side, very pristine. I will have even a more hard time if it was a budget knife and it was like a no-brainer. But sometimes they make a lefty version, sometimes they don't. But kind of like a hit or miss there with premium knives and reversible pocket clips. We have a Molsect logo right here on the stress relief cutout for the lock bar. Loving the flat surface, and then this little divot right here. Right, that's very interesting there for personality. UTE. Those are the letters I'm reading right there. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and deploy it here, shall we? Opening hole, front flipper. Well, bam, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. S9EV. You already know. One of my favorite premium steels of all time. Absolutely love S9EV. And with this matte DLC, this is not the shiniest of DLCs I've seen. Kind of reminds me a little bit more of Kaiser's matte DLC, but DLC nonetheless. That's going to add a layer of protection to your knife as far as scratches and things like that, right? As you use the knife more and more. We do have a flat grind, kind of Warncliffe sheep's foot blend of a geometry there. That's looking pretty hot. My kind of geometry all day for sure. It is going to be a frame lock like we said earlier. We have a good engagement here, about maybe 30% ish or so. We don't have a ton of access here from the show side, but it's actually nice and easy to disengage here, pushing down into the left. We do have a steel insert for steel on steel contact, better for longevity. I mean, that's like a no-brainer these days. Everyone's doing that. And then on the drop, let's see here. Okay, a little bit of a shake shutter. Maybe it takes a little bit of time to break in, but one thing's for sure, though, Spidey flick, that is dialed in. Absolute money. Thumb stud deployment, that's also nice. And then we have a nice little front flipper here. Oof, that's also really dialed in. Look at that, reach around, feels good. Side of the index finger, boom. Full 4-finger grip. I mean, we can do a hammer grip back here, or we can forward choke over here, right? Index finger on this nice little arch finger choke going on there. We have the more sort of raw looking jimping on here as compared to like the more fine line, but it's still functional. Interesting jimping lines here in the body. They kind of go along with these other lines also on the handle. So maybe a little bit of extra grip without, you know, like being uncomfortable on your hands or what have you. That's an interesting design choice right there. I mean, that backspacer is actually pretty good, especially how it manages to pull off the lanyard solution right there in the back. Pretty neat. It is a frame lock, so it's something to remember here, not to put additional pressure on the lock bar. That way you can deploy it without any issues. We have some milling on the inside of the titanium scales for weight reduction on both sides. Even the frame lock side has some milling going on there. It's a premium knife. It's all metal here, but feels like maybe 3-4 ounces. I would say I'll be surprised if it was more than 4 ounces. Look at that, 3.5 ounces. So still managing to be very, very lightweight, 99 grams. For my friends across the pond, I mean, pretty good weight for a premium knife that is kind of like a medium size-ish. As a matter of fact, we'll get some quick measurements. What we got here? We got 6.5 inches, 2.75 inches on the blade. We have a 2.5 inch cutting path, and then 3.75, 3.8 inches on the handle. I know sometimes we all love the bigger folding knives, right? More blade, more power, baby. But for EDC, I mean, in most cases, sometimes all you need is a blade about this size or smaller even. You know, an argument could be made unless you're out there chopping wood, surviving for a living, or hunting or what have you. But for everyday tasks, opening up packages, cutting cardboard, something like this, actually ergonomically, it feels really nice on hand. I barely feel the pocket clip, if at all. I'm going to go a 9 out of 10 there. Feels solid. And great utilitarian blade for draw cuts, utility cuts. Pretty standard stuff. Very slicey. Flat grind there. So absolutely a banger here for everyday use, you know, while still having the premium materials and whatnot. Now I will say, just being completely transparent, something you have to be okay with are, you know, the fingerprints. This DLC is going to be a little bit of a fingerprint magnet. If you overcome that and, you know, you just wipe it every now and then, or just every time you use it, you give it a nice little wipe or what have you, right? Not going to be an issue. I personally do not mind that at all, right? If it has fingerprints, that's a sign I have fingers. So thank the Lord for that, because I wouldn't be able to make these videos if I didn't have fingers, I'll tell you what. But yeah, you know, just giving you the good, the bad, the ugly, everything that, you know, I'm able to observe here, feedback-wise, being unbiased and everything. One thing is for sure though, this kind of geometry absolutely speaks to me. It's kind of a very unique Molsect knife because they have a way of, you know, I don't know, somehow, some way they managed to pull off making a knife that is truly theirs, and it looks like their design language, and it kind of doesn't look like anything else out there in a way. How they managed to do that, I don't know, but let me know your thoughts, guys, on the 808 Decay.